Oh man, dogs fighting in my house.
Hey, where's
I am
Chad?
here.
Where's Chad?
Oh, oh. I think I don't know. Maybe he's taking a nap. He should be here soon.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe he's watching Young Rock because that's a show that you really must see.
Yeah. So what'd you do for what have you been doing for tier 3? The reopening, man.
So weird. They should. They have. I mean, that would be the proper way to get into another tier, right? Is to have a party. But
I
then,
guess.
but then that would send you back to tier two
and
because of.
and the mayor said, "We're not going back."
Yep, he did say that, and he said it like he put his face into the mic like we are not going back.
We're not going back.
Yeah, it was like that. So I was like, wow, it's like Darth Vader is talking to us.
Mars, bitches.
I didn't do too much. I mean, because it's still you still got to be safe. You still got to right. I mean, you still got to wear masks. I mean, I'm still gonna even after I get vaccinated,
Mhm.
hopefully soon with Johnson. That maybe that's the only thing I did was say, "Yay, Johnson can come out soon," so I don't have to wait too long for some more protection.
And it's only one-time protection.
Yeah, but then so the thing I guess I haven't asked yet, or researched yet. So if I get the Johnson, I mean, I still want to get 90% or 95%. I'll only be at 70. So
Right.
can I still get the Moderna or Pfizer?
Mm, I mean, what are you trying to mix and match?
That's what I mean. So because I want, okay, so will I need just one Moderna shot, or will I still need two Moderna shots?
I don't think you want to take any Moderna shots. It's not. It's not the sodas in the store, man, where you can get two Mountain Dews and a Pepsi.
But, but what I'm saying is, so I won't be able to get a vaccination or get a shot for maybe like 3 more months or something, just because of the way they're running it down. My demographics won't be for a while, but I want protection now, and Johnson is available, supposedly available now.
Right. And it's going to be available in all like CVS, right? And, like Walgreens.
From what I'm hearing, so like,
Right.
what's gonna happen? Like, so if I get my shot,
Okay.
I have 70% protection, but I
Oh,
want more protection.
you need that extra 30%.
Yes, it's important. That could be, especially with the variants, happening.
Can't you get
So
another Johnson and Johnson one, or is it just you only get the Johnson shot?
see, that's a funny thing too. And I was thinking that the weird that the double dosage Moderna, Pfizer, but the single dosage has a double name, Johnson and Johnson. Shouldn't it be Moderna, and Pfizer, and just Johnson?
Yeah, Johnson. But you want two of the Johnson. You want Johnson and Johnson.
What is that, like a menage? See, this is what we're waiting for Chad so that we can ask, because Chad usually knows these things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
I know his tier 3. He went to pick up pizza um, over at Makiki Shopping Village, and he said it was still empty over there.
Oh, I guess people aren't like running out to celebrate tier 3.
It's
Let's get
weird.
some pizza.
Yeah, I mean, I saw some people in the news that looked like they were having a good time in tier 3 in Hawaii. So
Mm.
I just don't want us to go backwards. That's all.
Oh yes, please don't. Please. I'm begging, pleading to the universe. Let's get through this already. I'm tired of this. I mean, one thing I was happy to be able to do is finally see Tyler play volleyball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so she's been going to training and practices, but spectators aren't allowed, or parents, I should say, weren't allowed in because you can only have a certain amount of people in the facility.
Right.
So why waste that space with a parent who's just standing there, So I wasn't able to see her for months. I wasn't able to see her train, and then finally got to see her at a combine. Actually, her club team, they still don't want people to come inside anyways, but I was able to see and
Did you
her
sneak inside?
progression.
Did you
No,
sneak?
we were allowed to come in. We were the
Okay,
parents can
you
come
made it
in,
sound like he just kind of slipped in, like he was making like he was security or something.
right? I just walk in because we have one of those digital forehead scanners for your
Yeah.
temperature. I just stand in front of the door. I just start taking temperatures and then walk in randomly. Excuse me, I need to check your temperature again. here's here's some hand sanitizer squirt. Uh, I'm just I could be the what do you call it? The
The Karen. You can be the Karen of.
no, not the Karen. Why am I Karen? I could be the guy that goes around and makes sure everything is like OSHA for work. I could be that for the pandemic. Just
Would
randomly
that be
take,
would that be OSHA for pandemic? What would
yeah,
that be called? The safety guy.
posh, posh. Oh,
Safe,
safety guy, I like that. I
guys
just go
with
over there.
safety.
Yeah, I just show up in random places. This is official CDC business. Beep beep. Okay, carry on. Just taking temperatures. I bet you because of my size, I could get away with it for a little while.
You could go out,
Eventually,
you
a
could go
person
outside you could go outside the Zippies and just stand outside and take people's temperatures.
and then people would line up. I
Yeah.
bet you they would line up and just stop and say, "Oh, okay, okay." Because everybody, that's the one thing about Hawaii. Majority of the people want to comply, so that's why I'm happy where we live. It's like
You need to have
majority
a
of people will
clipboard.
comply.
You gotta get yourself a clipboard too outside the Zippies thing. You're not on the list.
What were you going to order? Chili? Sorry, we're out of chili, so you might as well just get back in your car and take off. Oh,
And
that'd be hilarious.
get a little like velvet rope.
Oh, I'll have me, and then I'll have a little guy, and he'll do all that, and I'll just stand by the door looking menacing.
Well, welcome to Zippies, Mr. Fukumoto.
Oh, it can be Chad. Chad can be that guy. Oh,
There's somebody else tries to walk in. No, we're full. We're at capacity.
yeah. Oh, that'll be nuts. We hold people in the front and see how long we can hold them till they get pissed off and just like, no, not yet. Like there's people walking out. Two people walk out. We should be able to go in. No, sorry.
We're at
We gotta
capacity.
comply. Yeah, we gotta comply. The mayor said that'd be awesome.
Mayor said, we ain't going back, but
well, what did you do?
I went to the zoo. It was my son's birthday. And
Oh, it was?
it was on the
Oh, happy belated. I'm sorry.
no,
I just thought you guys just did a family thing. I didn't know.
my baby turned 2, and then we decided to take everybody to the zoo. And man, the zoo was very, very, I guess, kind of on lockdown, but it was kind of nice. One, nobody was there.
Wait
Two,
a minute. I'm sorry to interrupt. The zoo was on pandemic lockdown? What did
yeah,
the animals had masks on?
dude, it looked like most of those animals had like the stay-at-home order, man. We went to the gate. We go to each cage, and the animal's not even there. So the animals are complying.
It's like, hey, there's that baboon again, not wearing his mask. Oh, those baboons. What an ass.
There were several cages we walked by, and my son's like, well, "Where's the animal?" I'm like, "I don't know, son. I don't know.
This is the garden zoo. Get to look at cages and
And then, and if we did see animals, they look like super depressed, man. Because like all the animals, like I did see like a couple orangutans and like some lemurs, and you just look at them like, oh, they just don't look happy. Like, I mean, I
They're
understand
they're
they're
like
on lockdown.
yeah,
So,
they're like the people in America that don't want to wear masks. That don't want, they want to get back 100% already. They're like, I want out of this bitch. Get me out of it. They hate the mayor too.
they hate the bear.
Oh, Rusty. That's the orangutan's name, Rusty. He's been there forever. Like,
Actually, yeah, that is.
Rusty's like, man, forget the governor, man. And then the orangutan does the impersonation of, because I like get out of this cage already. The orangutan is the impersonation of the governor.
Man, that zoo is a long walk. That was one thing I didn't think that was a thing.
Wow.
There's so many twists and turns around that you got to walk through. End of the day, man, my feet was sore.
And you're a person that actually goes walking.
Yeah,
That is a long day.
It was a long day, man. The things look different. Things look different to me. I mean, of course it would. The last time I've been there was like maybe 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
But when was the last time you went to the zoo?
Shoot. Not well. I think Tyler was maybe like 8, so maybe like 9 years ago. Not too long.
No.
But I mean, this is obviously pre-pandemic, so there was animals there that were out and about.
Yeah,
but
and
like,
then
you got to go during feeding time, so that's because then that's when you'll see most of them.
right, and I guess the highlight of it, for my son at least, my oldest son, was watching the elephant take a crap.
No,
No shit.
actually, a lot of.
He was like, "The elephant's pooping, Dad. The elephant's pooping." And then he has this father and son moment with me. He's like, "Dad, can you put me on your shoulder?" I'm like, "Okay, you want to see the elephant?" He's like, "Yeah, I want to see the elephant poop again."
Boys.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But the smell, though, was he okay with the smell?
He didn't care.
Oh.
He didn't care about the smell. Well, when we went to the petting zoo, which I've not been in again in 20 years or so. Yeah, I was off limits. It was not a it was a social distancing zoo where you watch the goats and all that from like 20 feet away.
Crazy.
It was an extension of the regular zoo. It was more like a farm.
Oh yeah, I see. So I've seen that part. It's just that thinking how they're socially distant in there.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's not a petting zoo anymore.
No, it's just an extension of the zoo.
Yeah. So you're like, oh wow. Oh, they have like if it's like sheep, then they have like on the fence or in the cage outside the cage, like a big thing of wool. Like a big square of wool, and then you just look at you look at the sheep, and then you pet that rug, that carpet, and then see, it's just like the sheep.
So hopefully, when all this is over and we can go back to whatever normal is going to be, I guess. And hopefully we can touch the animals again in a nice way.
Yes.
Yes.
Not in the bad area. But that's funny though. If they come out, like they find an animal, and just like us, where we're all work from home and remote and whatever, and be
the animals working from home.
Yeah. So the animals, they're just yelling through their cages, like behind the wall where they're stored.
Yeah.
And you're by their cage all the way in front of the zoo. Like, I hear it, but I don't see it.
There's a screen in front of their cage, and they're on a Zoom chat with you.
Oh, they have a screen. It's like a huge screen where the cage is the bars are supposed to be, and you just watch them in their behind the scenes cage.
I watch Rusty do his impersonations.
He's a comedian. He said, "How about the governor?" Basically, they come back like when we come out of the pandemic. They come out like 100%. Like if we came out 100% finally, and then the animals are all fat. Nobody's been working out. It's like, oh, pathetic.
Those lemurs, bro, not working out. Have you ever seen a fat lemur?
I have not, but I would guess that would be a problem for their arms because don't they swing a lot, or even their tail? You just see like if you go to a cage, it's empty. You're like, oh, where's the lemur? You see like just a hand and an arm up to the shoulder hanging. Then you look down, you see a fat lemur. You're like, oh, overweight. He dislocated his shoulder.
Or like
The compound fracture lemur. What happens, Zaboomafu? Zaboomafu. Jab it at her, get it. Just you and me just getting silly.
What about a fat giraffe, man? I've never seen a fat giraffe before.
I would imagine a fat giraffe has a small neck, like short neck. The food gets to the stomach real quick. It's like maybe that's how horses were created.
Or does it have a double chin?
Just the waddle, the longest waddle on his face. It's like,
Is that a giraffe or a pelican, bro?
what is a seagull has that? Yeah,
No, isn't that a pelican has that? That's a big.
oh, the pelican is. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, don't both of them? We know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're not zoologists.
Zoology.
Yep. And then Friday is my other son's birthday.
Oh, they're just about a week apart?
Yeah, they're almost on the same day.
Wow.
So now we're going to the museum for that.
Oh, sweet. Bishop Museum?
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool too because, for Hawaiian kids, the heritage, they get to see and, learn about, the king, the great king. And
he doesn't want to learn about that.
Well, if you make it out to be like Harry Potter, like
you don't want to learn about all that.
You can throw in some extra stuff about Maui raised the islands from the ocean, the mythical stuff.
Nah, he's at that age where he wants to see things poop. So he's not gonna have a good time at the museum.
Well, you got that big giant whale, right? You'd be like, so a long time ago, that used to poop all over the ocean.
So hopefully that's okay. If we don't end up going to that, we saw that they're doing there's a event people, the Kani Kanoa Creative, that they're hosting these movie nights over in Aina, the Holy Nativity School. So we've been thinking about that. They're going to be showing the Onward. Have you seen that movie?
That's the one with they're like monsters, right? And then the brothers, right? And then the mother, and then the dad is passed, right?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that was okay. That's a heavy movie, dude. Yeah. Aww. That's a heavy one, dude.
Okay, well then maybe we'll watch Into the Spider-Verse.
So, it's not a double feature?
I think it's just one movie at a time. I got to double check.
Yeah. Well, it's still a good movie. There's a lot of the feels, but it's still a really great movie. It's just at the end, I was trying to hold it in, and Tyler was bawling, and it's kind of because the time we saw it, it was just after we had lost my brother. So for us, it was heavy already.
Yeah,
Mom's spaghetti.
Not too bad. It's like $20 per vehicle. Or and then I guess you can put everybody in the car, and you don't have to hide people in your car.
Oh yeah, they got. I guess that's how they get over on that. It's like, you know what? Just each car pay. Don't worry about how many people in there.
And if you add another $8 to that, I think it's like $28 to give you popcorn. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm going in with my vehicle, I'm bringing my own stuff pretty much. It's, like,
What would
it's
you
gotta be
what would you normally bring in?
well, obviously snacks, so candy, popcorn, of course, chips.
Really? You would bring your own popcorn?
Um,
Isn't that one of the things that, yeah, for me, I'm always like, I'll just buy it there. Like, I'll bring my own mochi crunch, but I would always buy the popcorn there.
well, for the movie theater, I would buy there. But if we're going in with the car, because I guess the popcorn I like is that smart popcorn. It's that black bag. It's supposed to be like a healthier choice, which is weird because popcorn should already be a healthier choice. Um, but yeah, it's
Propaganda, man. You're buying into that propaganda.
oh popcornaganda,
Oh,
some propaganda. Well,
propaganda.
and I like that, so I would bring my own popcorn. And also kettle corn, is it that was called? The caramel and all these other flavors. I would buy stuff that I would really want
Or like
to
from
eat
the
while watching.
Costco ones or the ones that.
Yeah, the
That's
one you
true.
get from the state fair. That's like the gigantic bag.
And it's just you when you drive in. Just you with the big.
Yeah.
But
And then of course the drinks. I mean, if it's a family thing, I'm not bringing alcohol, but you know,
the
if it
cooler.
was, yeah, bring that cooler right in the middle console and boom.
Yeah, you can bring in. You can put people in the truck. So not your truck,
Yeah,
but I'm saying in trucks
yeah.
for this event, you can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And then you reverse and face the screen.
yeah, yeah. So that Holy Nativity, the field over there by Anaheim, is pretty big though, if I remember right.
I'm thinking of the school in Upper Anaheim, so I'm not really sure exactly where that is.
Mm.
But
It's kind
yeah.
of cool too because from what they were saying that you can order everything on like online on the app, and then they'll just bring the cart up to your right to your door and then leave it there.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh
'cause
shoot, maybe
they don't want nothing to do with you. They just want your money.
that's the
Watch
one
the
thing I like
movie.
about the one thing I like about the pandemic is all this curbside service. I freaking love it.
I hope it stays. I hope this is like the new thing.
Yes, I would love life
I don't want to
because
walk. Go ahead.
that's how I get my stuff from the grocery store. Not grocery store, but from Sam's,
Mm.
uh, Target, um, Zippies.
Oh yeah.
That's I just you know either the website or call it in and then just show up and be like, "What up?"
I'm not gonna lie. I do kind of want to live in that world that you see in Wally.
Ha ha.
I kind of do most of the time, or when it comes to like getting stuff, like especially food. Every place, every fast food place now, if it doesn't have a drive-through, should be like was it Sonic? Everybody just bring it, they just bring it to you.
Oh, I was thinking of the
Yeah,
hedgehog.
yeah. No.
I was like, wait, what? Yeah, that would be cool. And if there was on skates, that would be amazing. I would tip extra for that.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's kind of like that's extra. They're doing extra to bring. It's like, damn, I gotta bring this shit out to your car and wear skates.
The old Filipino man in Zippy is gonna come out with skates.
He might be the coolest one because he still has those polyester bell bottoms on. Hello, my friend. Hello, my friend. 6 feet. 6 feet. 6 feet.
Six? Who? Pete. He live in Germany.
There's no Pete here.
Oh, oh man, I heard the other day that speaking of food, that the Love's Bakery is closing.
Yeah, that's okay. So I worked at the city bus for like about 17, 18 years, and we're right next to the Love's Bakery, that
Middle
huge
Street, right?
factory there. Yep, Middle Street.
All right.
And it like in the morning you would smell that bread, and you know a lot of times we will go to they have that little store they have in there, and to get snacks or whatever. So I liked that place. We also used to get um, the day old bread, so stuff that expired that they can't sell.
Mm.
And then,
They can't sell a day old bread.
well, that's the name they call it, day old. Or there's also for farmers. So the farmers that they feed their animals, they go and they'll bring trays of them, and it's sold at a really discounted price.
Mm-hmm.
But when Tyler was about from 3 years old to about 7 years old, uh, if I got off work early, then I would buy a loaf, and then we would go to one of the streams, like the one at Pro Kai, and then we would feed the fish. It was kind of like a twofer because we would, and it's all tilapia. So and the parking lot was right next to the stream, so we didn't have to go that far. We just park there and then stand on the bridge, start tossing bread in there, and then they would come up and eat it and watch it. Look like, oh, look, piranha, and then the birds would come by and eat the fish.
Really?
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. You see, maybe it's something you guys could do.
Yeah.
And Tyler was like, oh my goodness, that's so cool. Like, you'll see the bird just like and it's a gray one, I don't know what it's called, but it would just stand there on the side of the water and just look right into the water, and all of a sudden, boom, just pick out a fish. I'm like, yeah, see, no need zoo, just a loaf of a loaf of Love's day old bread.
Man, 170 years in business.
Yeah, I remember going to the one on Kapahulu for the field trip when I was in elementary. 170, sheesh.
Yeah, they got hit by the COVID, the pandemic.
I don't know about that though, because there's like they were struggling before.
Really?
Yeah, I think this was probably the nail in the coffin. Because people started going with the low carb diets. People started and Love's prices were kind of high.
Unless you got the day old bread, huh?
Yeah, which you shouldn't eat. I'm going to say that right now.
Really?
Don't eat those. Well, because it's supposed to be, they're not allowed to sell it for human consumption, but they can sell it for farmers to go, serve to animals or something like that.
So wait, when you bought it, did you buy it at like the animal section of the Love's Bakery?
You tell the cashier, and they go back and get it.
What do you tell them?
Oh, can I get the day old bread?
But they don't ask you like, oh, this is for your, and then they wait for you to say fish.
They're hinting, like waiting for you to finish the fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
So you want the day old bread for animals to eat, bitch. Just go get my shit.
And I don't want 4, I only want 2.
Yeah. But then the Little Debbie's I'm gonna miss too. Like all those snacks that they have.
Oh yeah. They used to have a lot of those cheap snacks, right?
Yeah, like even the chocolate pie.
Oh yeah.
It's like the most plastic thing you can eat. I'm not hating on Love's Bakery. I grew up on Love's Bakery. I mean,
wow.
Field trip, right? It's like, Mom, get field trip tomorrow. And then my mom would put together that I would wake up early in the morning because she used to take a long time to get ready for work. So now she got to get extra early and fry me in a hamburger, that homemade hamburger patty.
She made you hamburgers?
Yeah. This is back in the 80s where you couldn't just pull up someplace and pick up something.
No. I mean, like, my dad would never make me hamburgers. He'd always, like, wake up early and make either, like, if I'm lucky, what Spam musubi.
Oh, yeah, that's lucky. That was better than what I had.
If I was unlucky, it was, like, a bologna sandwich.
Oh.
No mayo.
See, that would be,
no mayo.
That would be more along the lines of what I would guess. I was getting ghetto stuff.
Hamburger don't sound ghetto, man, unless you put it in with the Love's bread.
That's what I'm saying. So here's what it looked like. When I get to the park, Moanalo Gardens was a lot of times where we parked and went to eat.
Yeah.
Open my brown paper bag, which is now discolored on the bottom because of all the grease. And if you're lucky, your bag wouldn't rip at the bottom. So, but then you open it up, you get this aluminum foil ball that you would unravel, and then you would unveil the and it's just like what Eddie Murphy said on Delirious, or was it Raw? Is there you get this big hockey puck hamburger, and because the ketchup and Samoans love mayonnaise, it was like pink dough that was around that. And then you ate that, and it's funny that you said, because this is before you can go to the supermarket and pick up a bento, or Zippy's. Yeah. I don't think was open 24 hours back then, so it's like we couldn't do that. She had to make us something. Where the other kids, actually, their parents, the Asian kids, because I grew up in an Asian neighborhood, they all had those bentos, but it was homemade. So I was like, wow, that's cool. And here I am. My my hockey puck with pink dough, and then I gotta take off the foil that's wrapped around my soda, just keeping it cold. It was the foil and the paper towel. So the paper towel made it so that it wouldn't get your bag wet, and then the foil was to keep it cold.
Keep it cold, right?
This is how Yeti used to be back in the days. This was the 1982 Hydro Flask. My Reynolds wrap.
And then that takes me back.
And then it was another foil that was cylindrical, because I had Oreos in there. So everything was foil back then. So at the end, when we're done eating, you put everything, like you ball it up in the foil, the bag and everything, and then you go kick that around the park. We had like a metal soccer ball.
Life was easier back in the days, huh?
Yeah. We didn't have an app for anything.
They didn't have to YouTube it, huh? What can we do with this? How can we reuse this lunch?
No. We just did whatever we had to, threw it away, and went on back to school to end the day.
But man, Love's Bakery.
Yeah, I miss it too.
I'm gonna miss the smell. I never ate the bread much because it was kind of pricey. We always got the Costco bread, but I did drive. I used to love driving up Middle Street and just roll down the windows. You could smell it.
Yeah.
But oh boy, man, is Chad gonna get here or what?
I think he might be getting ready or something. I don't know. Maybe he's working or something.
Oh, about this morning. I know they showed that article about the HPD. They setting the quota for. Have you heard that, the speed program stuff?
I did hear. Sometimes I have the news on, but I'm not paying attention. I did hear when I heard speeding tickets and quota. I was like, what? What's going on here? What's happening? I thought that was a myth.
Right. It was something that you thought was a myth, but apparently now in this particular year, sounds like it's true. I was noticing this a couple of weeks back, that there's just one area where I live at that they started doing these speed traps over there. It's like a real weird place to do it, but everybody, I would say out of 5 people would get caught easy. And
our house too.
I got caught. So yeah, and the guy was cool because they always ask you, like, as long as you don't say dumb things like, "Do you know who I am?" or "I'm finna run for governor." They're normally cool, So I was taking my kids to school. I wasn't going that much fast. Like it was a 25-mile zone. Normally people are going about 35. So, he just asked me what I was doing, took my license down, whatever. And I noticed him writing things down on look like a clipboard. Like how you sign in for something. No, you don't know how you sign in.
No, I said, yes.
Oh, I didn't hear you at that time. But yeah, so then he's like, I'll set you off with a warning. Said, okay, sorry, thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. My run for governor will be cleared now. Thank you.
I just think it's weird that he had a clipboard because usually they have the ticket pad, yeah.
And I was wondering why he had a clipboard, and this news of what's going on with the police officers who are participating in the speed enforcement. There's a speed enforcement grant program going on. So they're supposed to pull over at least 4 drivers every hour, according to this thing. So for each hour of grant overtime they're working, they need to pull over at least 4 people.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And wait, I'm trying to think back what they're saying. They need to make 4 speed related contacts is what the email was saying. So the moment they talk to you, that's a contact. They don't necessarily have to give you a ticket. And if they don't get those contacts, they can get in trouble and stuff. Disciplinary
so that's why he probably wrote down your information,
right,
and the time you were pulled over. That's crazy.
Yeah. So now I was thinking, it all makes sense now. They're not giving everybody tickets; they're just getting the contact information down so they don't get busted. So
sounds to me like the chief of police is trying to get everybody on their emailing list or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get popular on this social media, man. I need you to accept invitation when I email you.
Well, when I send you my friend request, I need you to like.
Yeah.
I need to smash that subscribe button.
You gotta share at least one every hour a post that I have posted. Oh, that's crazy though, because if you think about it, 4 per hour.
Yeah.
And then how long was that interaction with you? It had to be at the least 5 minutes?
Less than 5 minutes.
So he's like, let me get my 4 in the first 10 minutes,
yeah,
and then take a nap.
Then the Forerunner trunk went open and his butt was sitting down.
That's crazy, because I was thinking okay, so it's if there was a situation where you did have to write a ticket, that can't be a 5-minute stop. It may be 10 minutes to 15 minutes. So if you have to do 4 in 1 hour, holy cow, that's a busy day for the officers.
Right. So I think they're just, unless you're an ass, then they'll give you a ticket, or if you've done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you got a ticket and then 20 minutes later you came back and they pulled you over again, then they're gonna write you up.
You look at that clipboard so I just talked to you.
That was not me.
That
must have been somebody else.
Yeah. My name is Rissel.
My name is Roussel.
Yeah, Roussel. Oh, that's taking it back, dude. That was back in episodes 1 through 20 from the first day.
Yeah.
From the first, Roussel, because I think it was Sparkles that called you Roussel, right?
And then you're like, Roussel, que aloha. I'm like, just give me the ticket.
Yeah. and good luck with that grant.
Just give me the ticket, please, because I don't want to be associated with my name with anybody else in HPD.
Rather see me dead, babe, pretend I'm something I'm
And neither do the guys with issues. Yeah. Yes. Neither do the guys with issues. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 27.
27.
The 27.
27.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Go ahead and follow us on all our social media vehicles, or is that what you call it? At Guys with Issues. We would like to see you there. Welcome to episode 27. My name is James Money. As always, I am with Russell K. Aloha.
Hello, snitches.
And Chad Wago.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. God bless you and good night.